Hey, you want to see my new toy?
Yeah, sure.
Ba-dum-bum. 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 And it's charging.
Oh, wow.
It's a magnetic.
No way.
I kind of want to get rid of my case. We come to you like, all right, well, Tuesday, let's do the auctions. What are the auctions? He was like, 125,000. Have you ever thought about joining efforts with other nonprofit types?
We do sometimes.
Because like I was at a Dallas Film Commission event last night, and part of the event was talking about policy and how they're in the 88th legislation and how they're trying to pull all this stuff together. I mean, it's probably still late right now, but
And they would really align with us probably on much.
not align on stuff, but align on strategies of how to get mission accomplishment. 12ish.
You're leaving?
We're going forward. We're going to the convention center.
Ooh, have fun.
This is summit related.
When you get back, I need some help with some tickets.
Tickets to what? The gun show?
Y'all have fun, be safe.
Bye, Amy. So were there specific things we want to try to make sure we look at or ask while we're there, just so I can make sure that we hit everything we want to do?
To me, it's just good to have FaceTime with people. And then the more time we can get in the space leading up to it, the more time that we can. Because I also pinged Lauren that we were coming out.
Where all we're allowed to hang signage from, because I remember they said a list of like 4 or 5 places, but I think I just need the visual of where those places are.
For the pitch deck, for cells, for just our own edification and top of mind, is being able to look at it and go, their map, the virtual map, it's like, where's the entrance? You click it, it takes you too far. So, yeah, you might ping Marge on the phone, be like, hey, because Lars like, so we're on the reels, but you never ordered. I'm like, oh, yeah, we did. I was like, okay. We don't like a window. All right, cool, let's put a shelf there. I'm okay with that. So he's on site to be an on-site representative for the trade show floor or show management. So he's there to take care of anything that may or may not happen. In a lot of ways, it's a cost that, because you're paying so much more money for it, but you don't have to deal with it. The things they're dealing with is like the setup, the set down. They're not dealing with people at all. They're not dealing with sponsors. They're dealing with the actual, like the floor, the pipe and drape and all that. But also see what pipe and drape is and all that. This is through the convention center, right?
Yes, the convention center.
Oh, is it pay up front?
Uh-huh.
Last time we got a validation, so I guess on
From?
the convention center.
Is they supposed to validate your ticket or something?
Well, yeah, I haven't met with them yet.
What you here for?
To meet with the convention center.
To meet with somebody at the convention? That's okay.
Yeah, just
fine.
going.
Uh-huh.
All right, thank you so much. That's easy. Just act confused. Acting confused gets the job done, guys. Just saved us $18. At a certain time, or are you like texting her right now or something?
No, but let me. I remember.
Christ. I was like, where are you? You were hiding behind me.
12th Street entrance. She didn't say a specific time, but it was after you said that we'd be there between somewhere around 9:45 to 10ish.
You can just email her real quick or text her that we're here. Oh, that we just got here?
I don't have her number. I remember you asked about it once, and her response was she doesn't have a work.
I was like, I'm not.
No, but
I mean, I get it.
After giving my number to this people, I was like, I get it. I agree. I'm not gonna.
Well, for this business, it's even worse.
They're stopping. I can't tell.
I know, I can believe it. He's like, I love the girl boy.
You too.
Remember Naomi?
Hey.
You good?
We brought our camera guy this time so we can get some footage.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, so we're meeting Zach, Hall A, with Freeman.
Okay.
Have you met him or know him or talked to him? Not your show, not your.
Yeah, not my show. So, but I might know Zach.
Yeah, we wanted because we've been in talks to them relentlessly, and he's like, well, I'm in town. I was like, well, let's go pop in and say hi. And I was like, and we haven't talked to you in a minute, so
That's true. Yeah.
since we've signed stuff,
Yeah.
what do you want to do? Is like, well, there's no real like anything getting done other than just getting in the space and feeling it out more,
Yeah.
and then showing her a little bit more about what Freeman does. But anyway, that's my only motivation. It's really no. forgot what we were, because we don't have any questions for them at the moment.
There was a couple places listed of where we can put like sponsor branding, like different physical signage. I was just wondering if you could kind of like point out where that was so that we had a better mental image of that.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to do like clings and stuff, you can put clings almost anywhere. You do have to tell me kind of where, and then depending on who you're using, you kind of have to give me a sample so that we can test it, make sure nothing's hurting our floors, walls, wherever you put it on. No clings on carpet. We can do banners on all of the banisters, and all of your signage has to be in your space.
So we need to coordinate with Amy about the what do you call those? Street banners?
Yeah, I think that's what they're called. I mean, if Omni is your main hotel, everybody's going to come right across the street at 13th Street lobby. They'll have a few stragglers on this side, but I feel like most people are going to come through that 13th Street.
There's Zach right there. Zach! Hey! You needed a restroom.
No, all good, all good.
Oh, use the restroom. Good. Do you know Lauren?
Yes, we've met a couple times, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
good to see you again.
Yeah.
We were just talking about like where a good entrance to the whole show would be.
Yeah.
Whether it be main entrance here or main entrance over there, because the Omni is our main.
Glad to have you guys on site. We can go walk down and take a look at everything in Hall A if you want a little bit. I
would
don't
love
want
to.
to disrupt your
We were just
Site,
touching
yeah.
base.
Yeah, we're just saying hi again.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Well, it's a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, it's easy. Really easy.
45 minutes is long.
Well, I mean, could be worse.
Where are you from?
Fort Worth. So I actually have family here, so yeah. I'm used to the drive actually, but
Where in Fort Worth?
just over by TCU.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I live in Fifth Street. Your Fogo de Chao in the Woodlands is trash.
I really wouldn't know, never been there, but okay,
we went
noted.
there like 3 weeks ago, Tyler. No, it doesn't matter. He didn't talk. And it was just like, 'cause I was trying to reward them because we were down there for an event, and we're like long day, because it's drive in, do an event, drive back. It was like, I'll take the guys to a nice dinner. Fogo de Chao is nice. It was like a higher end Luby's.
Really?
Well, Fogo de Chao in Dallas is really nice.
Yeah, it is. The one off Ralph.
Just any of them.
Yeah.
But like the Woodlands was.
I've never been, but noted.
Lauren's like, can you please tell me you don't need anything else so I can go back to my job?
This is one of those moments of you telling me something I don't care, just like whenever you ask about Houston, you don't actually care.
I like it. We need a code word for that. Like, I don't care. So that's the code. So if I say I don't care, that's the code for, can we please move on because I don't care about this conversation. I wish it was that easy. Actually, there is one thing, if you don't mind showing me.
Yeah.
You know how we were talking on email, the pathway from Hall 100 out in?
I can show you most of it. I can't open the door that I'm telling you about, but I can show you it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, just because there's stuff going on? Or
No, I don't have the key to it.
You're Naomi, right? Hi, Zach.
This is also Tyler.
Tyler. Good to meet you, man.
dreading being here when she knows she's drowning in emails at the office. Just to, that's okay, you know, because I got to start figuring out how to spruce it. Yeah, that's perfect. Zach, we'll need to figure out how to make this loungy.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
the green room area.
Yeah, that's easy.
Well,
That's how we'll do it.
and then also, it's almost like you could do half lounge, half businessy, because I think a lot of guys, feedback from last year is like they just wanted a quiet space to work.
Sure.
So-
We also have office furnishings as a part of our catalog as well, so that's easy. Even office seating, if that's something that you guys wanted.
I think it'd be cool to have, I don't know, we'll talk about more, but
Yeah, sure.
I forgot how big it was.
Yes. So this is our fire exit doors that I was trying to tell you. Right out onto our door one. So this lets into our electrical room,
Okay.
like our Edlin's electrical. It lets into their storage space.
Okay.
But they've got big bay doors that close on either side, so we can keep one of them half up for people coming across this way and then coming in behind
Yeah.
BC, the stage.
Yeah, my biggest thing is like if you have speakers, being able to get to the stage without having to go through
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Especially if we do have big names or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Although if they're super big names, they just go straight to the stage and leave. But I don't know if that's a reflection of that or just that there wasn't like a space for them to come hang for a minute. That's most of my conversation. Don't worry, we got time. We got time. Like, where's the thing? Don't worry, we got it. Well, thank you, Lauren. I think.
Yeah. I'll let you back in this way.
Perfect. Just go into Hall A.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Go right into my show.
And that door needs to close first.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. It's always
Yeah,
good to see you.
of
We'll
course.
be in touch. I'm sure we'll have 75 more emails today,
Yeah,
and then
just let me know. That's what I'm here
dolphins.
for.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Nice seeing you again. Good seeing you again. And I'll see you next week. Let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah.
So this is just a basic,
This
obviously.
is the most basic of the basic. This was a very easy show to write up. Simple pipe and drape, no aisle carpet, no wall-to-wall, obviously. And then just spotting these vehicles was honestly the most difficult part because they all came in kind of staggered. There wasn't really a whole lot of organization, but this is a repeat kind of show.
Like a 20% compared to where we're going to be at? Is this a 50%? And I understand it's hard to even compare just because it looks like you very little pipe and drape up.
Yeah, definitely. I would say this is extremely dialed back from what you guys would be looking at. Also, this contract was written in 2019, so a lot of their pricing was locked in from 2019, so it's a lot different.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily worried about pricing.
Laurel,
We're talking to a Laurel, a Lauren, a Laren,
another Lauren.
another Lauren,
I think
Lisa.
that's Lisa from
A
Leaders.
lot of L's.
Because we're just here to meet you.
Plus, it also feeds traffic flow.
So that's the thing is like beautiful area right here. Would you even try to use it or no?
I mean, yeah, certainly. I think that you could put an additional tower or an entrance unit on this as well if you wanted to, and you wanted to open up this to be another entrance. Totally doable. In my opinion, I would try to feed everyone through one particular entrance. But you can definitely put signage out here. You can put a tower that showcases the agenda along with the sponsors.
So, and again, I'm just spitballing here. The only way it works is if you're able to like wall it off, and then the only way to get here is to come through here.
I mean, we can build rooms using MBS walls if that's something you wanted to do.
I'm just thinking because it's such a cool.
No, it is a really cool view too, looking out into the water gardens.
Right. I don't know. I'll just think about it. When it comes to like directional signage, is that just hey, as we get closer, we figure it out, and then just
Yeah, and what we
paint
can
the
do-
town red with signs?
Yeah, and what we can do is print additional arrows so that
Excuse us.
if we get on site and you want to move a meter board or a 22 by 28 to a different location and those arrows are printed on and you don't like the way they're facing or they no longer represent the true direction of where you're wanting to point people,
Right.
we can just slap a decal over it that redirects people.
For our show, only professional and VIP are upstairs. Should we think about doing the
Yes.
same thing? And then that way you have more of a professional VIP experience?
It adds to that level of exclusivity.
Or do you do general and professional downstairs and VIP upstairs?
I would say VIP upstairs, especially if this is going to be the main area where they're going to be located.
Right.
Put them up here. And when you put those counters together, it creates a seamless look.
Oh, yeah. And then do you do the pipe and drape, or do you have other options?
Oh yeah, we can do other options.
Are y'all doing the stage in there too?
Nope.
Okay. You're like, no, don't even show.
Yeah.
Well, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I think, do you have any questions? I think I got it.
I'm okay. One thing I was going to ask though, with the cling for the floor downstairs that
Yeah.
we're talking about, exhibitor hall, before you came over, we were asking Lauren about stuff, and she was saying we'd have to like get their approval and test everything. Since you guys have worked with them
We've
before,
done it
but they've
before,
already,
yeah,
so
we've
we just
done it
need to let
before.
her know where it's going to be.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they'll all, like when we do a floor plan, they have to get building and then fire marshal approval and all that stuff too.
Just want to make sure since you worked with them previously.
Yeah. We'll make sure all that's good to go. We won't do anything that the facility wouldn't want us to.
I did poke my head and say, hey, it's probably about 600. He's like, whatever you think. And then I was like, it's gonna be 600 plus this, so it's gonna be about $1 million total. And he's like, I was like, yeah, that's stressful. Right. They'll have like some sort of entrancey thingy. I do like the idea of VIP upstairs. I also like the idea of this being what it is. Like, this feels much bigger than it did last time. You know? Hopefully those. Can you make a note to ask Lauren if the comfy chairs are staying? I'm sure they will.
I guess I kind of agree with Zach. I wish there was a little bit bigger of an event right now, so we get a better scale of what exactly we can.
Well,
put
that's
stuff on.
what events is, just copying what other people do. You're like, ooh, I like that. Let's do it. Ooh, I like that. Let's do it.
Even with the level the exhibitor hall is at right now down there, it's still a step up from what they had before. So I think they're.
One, please. Your saturation on that is not good.
No, the color.
You gotta white balance that. then on Thursday move it upstairs.
You can add that to the ticket also for VIP, like
Right.
private registration desks area.
This isn't, from up there it looks a lot more big. From here it doesn't look as big. That's
Probably
why.
because the big boat also.
Yeah, there's a big boat right there. So we're here out at the Fort Worth Convention Center. We've been here many times. We're here and we're meeting with our Freeman contact. We're meeting with our Fort Worth Convention Center contact. Just wanted to walk the space, see the capabilities. Because when you're doing events, you want to make sure you're really exploiting everything that you can. Because when you're in the planning phase, you don't want to miss anything. And the only way you don't miss it is if you just keep on chipping away. The way I look at putting together any kind of event, whether it be small or big, is it's a giant jigsaw puzzle, and that's 3D. And all you're doing is just adding a piece, adding a piece, adding a piece. So today was just about walking through. We didn't really get anything accomplished other than having FaceTime with our contacts and getting a little bit more time in our space. We're here at Fort Worth. Here's the Water Gardens. Behind me is the convention center, and that's why we're here today, just to do all that. And now we're going to head back to the office and get back to it and get a lot more work done. And also later tonight, hopefully Tyler's not tired because I'm speaking at an event and he's got to shoot it.
I mean, I just like being in the space in general because we've been here a couple times, but like the idea of what is what, where is where wasn't really there, and seeing it with an event going on made it easier, I think, for me to digest.
But do you see how the 3D jigsaw puzzle, the analogy, how that works? Yeah, but on the weekends it was crazy. And the manager, you know, would never schedule herself on the weekends. And she'd always like schedule less people. And it's like, when we're busiest, we only have, and since we have a drive-through, we only had 2 people. What is matcha? Is it like a tea?
Yes.
Why is matcha?
Because it's good.
Well, and that's why I wanted to have like an audit per se of like, okay, who's doing what? And I've also been in houses where they had like, you know, like those big pickle jars, dill pickle jars, but they're full of urine. Oh my God, I just thought of the worst one. Where they had a backyard pool and their water, basically they were using the backyard pool as like a septic tank where they were going to piss in the pool. Can you just ask, hey, Ryan and I just finished up in Fort Worth. We're heading back to Dallas. Is the 1:30, is it Google or are we meeting in the conference room? What I'll do is I'll start by saying, hey guys, the way I like to speak is very like back and forth. Please don't do that. Last time I gave this presentation, somebody thought they knew more, and it turned my 45-minute, 60-minute thing into 3 hours. So let's just wait to the end. I agree, you know more.
So I was like, oh, it's a joke. And then everyone at my school was like crying. Because all my friends were into K-pop at that time.
Amazing. At some point, he has to give you a license. None of it looks like money. It all looks like spam.
Sorry, yeah. Well, I wasn't excited to tell you. I was like, you have a box.
You know, it might be a lot of money in the box.
Hi.
So are we doing Google Meet?
Yes, so, I mean, anybody who's here will be here, and then I'll just Zoom over.
Okay, so we can still go to like a meeting room and Zoom over.
That'd be perfect.
Because I was like, I'm not going to Zoom people that are in the same building. That's ridiculous. Oh, it's perfect that you did a what's in the box. Because Paul kept bitching about sunscreen.
Alright.
Hey Paul, got a very important package that came and it's on your desk. Sunscreen.
Good
No more about sunscreen.
Well,
I got you some. I like the setup.
Thank you. You have 1 second?
Yeah.
So with the camera, right?
Yeah.
I figured out how to send out a Ultra HD feed.
Okay.
21 something.
Is it on the camera or is it on the deck?
Both.
On the
Well,
thing?
no, on here. So they have it where SDI also is
Oh,
Ethernet
cool.
out. So SDI out, messing with that, so you can do
Okay.
whatever.
PRI.
But
yeah.
because the whole format's
Right.
21.
Right.
So
Well, the reason the outputs don't work is because they're going through converter boxes, and those converter boxes are 1080. So the only way they'd work is if they were, more money. But I got this specifically for cable management. If we like it, we could upgrade. Whether we're doing 1080 or the 4K,
Well, no. So,
this is 6K. I don't know why it's not saying 6K though.
Yeah, so it only outputs that it can record 6K. Oh, Paul, this camera only records B-RAW. It doesn't record ProRes. So that's not a downside because studio camera. We have all the cinemas. But I love the cable management aspect of it. It would be even better for these, so there's not that.
You filmed enough today. Yay!
How do I write I don't want to work with you email? Can you remember what? Hey, it's extremely difficult to just edit a single piece of content from a ton of clips. Don't video my screen, bro. Etiquette, man. You're like, that's like, let me touch your food. Touching my food, man. Thank you, Addison. What is everybody coming to my office now? You're blocking Naomi. Literally, I'm here by myself all this time, and now everybody wants. Paul, you can come back.
Oh no, it's fine.
One at a time. What do we got? Paul, you were here first. What do you need?
You said, what do you need? You were here first.
I didn't need anything. I was just bored.
So I just finished setting up affiliate links for Dennis Porter and Corinne Boring. Is that her name? Okay. I was gonna draft up an email to have sent to them. Do you want me to send it, or would you rather send it because they don't really have a connection with me? Okay.
You can give me like basic. Does it have links too?
They have to log in with an email that was just sent to them when I made the affiliate links, and they have to set up the whole account, and then they can have.
Can you give me notes, instructions on that, and I can send that?
Do you want me to type up just a rough email explaining it, or just dots of how to do it for you?
Oh, bullet points. Yeah, make it super simple. Paul, what do you need?
Each one of us put in what items need to be put, and
between now and Monday.
Between now and Monday, let's just brain dump as we have a project that we're working on. Drop it in there,
okay,
and then we can organize from there. So
into Monday.com's marketing
team planning. Let's do a brain dump on it. I'll start outlining the content planning, the system. I've got the systems built out. On the systems build out, there's stuff that I'd like to go through with you, your LinkedIn posts and your Twitter posts.
And another thing that we covered, if you look on the thing, is basically we need to make sure you got the top of lip funnel is covering TVC membership and Summit, and then as it goes to the funnel, that's when it gets segregated to membership stuff or Summit stuff. At any given point, anybody on the top of the lip funnel should be able to like pivot to the conversation where it needs to go. Is that it?
Makes sense. That goes in front of the offer.
And then Monday for our sync, we should start with trainingonmonday.com, train on Apollo. Like everybody's got their laptops. We're not talking about strategy. We're like literally saying practice putting an event. Put your TCU information in here.
That's what I was wanting to do today, but we got.
I think because what I heard was like what I saw was some of these depends on the phone you've got.
I mean, this works through the case, but it might work better. Did we find a clicker? Don't worry, it's clean. Are you leaving? You don't like the camera? This is free advertising. So what do you do? What do you do for a living? It's like, oh, there's a camera and you get free branding. Nope.
Like, here's my sign. Right here's my sign.
What do you do? Sugar plum?
Well, I do multiple things. I do all kinds of stuff. I do real estate. I have brokerages. Construction companies.
You sound like a boss babe. That's like the most demeaning thing in the world.
Yeah.
So you're referring to slide 3 in my presentation where everyone's full of It was funny. So I had a brokerage reach out. Hey, can you do a CLE on marketing branding? I was like, I don't do CLE, but if y'all can certify it, they're like, yeah, just there's our pitch deck or the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
I sent over crickets. And the person I gave it was like,
and here comes a lasting fade. But you down in Marietta.
Didn't even catch it. It was just like all right here because we went to Chick-fil-A and I had like sauce. I'll eat healthy tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're good. Yeah, it's already broke. He get his goals. He's like, I want to make X amount of dollars before I'm X amount of age, and I want to spend the rest of my time with my kids. So he's up in Oklahoma by a river in a van or something.
Right. Good for it. That's awesome. That's what everybody's trying to figure out, right? Is how to get to a retirement point.
We'll get this party started. I'll give you all a second to take your seats. Take your seats. That sounded so demanding. Your seats.
My name is Jay Lee. I'm going to be your instructor this evening. take your seat. I don't know if you knew, but I'm Ryan Harper.
I know. I'm aware.
Are you aware? It's right
Yeah,
there.
I was like, whoo,
It's right
Ryan
there.
Harper.
Don't turn around. Don't. I just want to point out that you have a clip where my team loves to lose the clips.
I switched it last time. I told him I'm going to get better. So hopefully, Anyway, EquityJet is hosting this tonight. They're the ones that book all of your speakers. And I am going to invite our speaker up. Ryan Harper, like I said earlier, he is absolutely fantastic. And if you have any questions, raise your hand. He'll answer questions, but he knows his stuff.
First of all, do I need to use a microphone or can y'all hear me? I need a mic? Shut up. Mic would be better. You do need a mic? Yeah. Oh, I thought you were kidding. It's not like there's chairs over here in the front you can use. All right, no worries. I'll use the mic just for that guy who has a man bun. His name's Andrew. So first of all, thank you so much for having me out. So this presentation is for real estate. It's for any business. It's if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a big business, small business, or just brand building. First rule that you need to understand is everyone you meet is full of shit. All my employees for the past 3 years, the first lesson they get is everyone you meet is full of shit. I learned this in the 10, 12 years of real estate investing. Most of the gurus you meet, they're full of shit. The biggest thing is, if you don't believe me, just open up a TikTok, open up an Instagram, go through it, and it'll show you that they don't know. So this day and age, it's never been easier to fake it till you make it. Trust but verify. How many old people in here know what that means? People lie, but trust but verify, it's quoted to Reagan, right? But where did it come from? The Russians. So everybody always says trust but verify, and they always give credit to Reagan, but it was actually the Russians. Second lesson, always have a backup. Ready to go. Did y'all see how quick that was? No? Nobody cares? Okay, thank you. All right, so here is one of the biggest lessons about videos, the importance of credibility. So earlier I asked how many people know me, and a lot of people said, yeah, they know me. So most of the time when it comes to video, you have to convey credibility. It's easier if you already know somebody or if you know people in the room. Like I know Jaylee it's one of the first things she says. We've known each other for 8 years. So therefore, I can already draft off her credibility. So it's important. This is why it's important. I'm not a professional speaker, clearly, but I'm here speaking. I'm not a professional marketer. You're probably on my marketing list. Not a professional influencer. Apparently have a little bit of influence. Buy contracts, or sell contracts, buy houses, anything, sell them products. Everything. That's why the influencer marketing game is so strong.
I come bringing food from the hill. I don't know.
So, we have the meats.
Arby's?
Like Arby's. Right? No? Okay, this goes with me. It's my raw picanha. Hey, check out my raw picanha. I'm not doing any... Oh, you guys think I'm doing a wiener joke? Come on.
Donnie.
Donovan.
No, you'll never be done. Look at this. Look at this. See this? You show up at 7 a.m. and then you might leave at like 10.
Cool. Very cool. I bet if you tried, you could grow the best beard of anyone in this office.
That laugh is so infectious.
More over your ear in the front. That's how you do it? Okay, that looks good. So, let's talk a little bit about this case with the cleft palate. You don't have to say the name. What did this patient have?
Her whole life. I mean, you're born with that. So she was self-conscious about her smile her whole life. It was fun to see how she was feeling at the beginning versus how she felt walking out. And it's neat to see their comfort.
Are there times when, so you agree to do the veneers, or you sight unseen sometimes on these giveaways, you're like, hey, yeah, let's do it. And then it comes into the office and it's just a whole different situation where it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
you
sometimes.
think.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to one of the specialists we work with today, actually. I ran into him at lunch, and you start a case or you anticipate, oh, we're just going to do some veneers on this lady.
Tell us a little bit about Jenny and why you wanted to do this, and then what was her, how did it, was it textbook kind of, or?
One, that she's in good hands, but two, that only good things are going to come out of this. And this is like a fresh start for teeth, obviously. That's such a small part of what we do. Hey, this is the new tipping point.